hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $195 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1009974, $195 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 10,000 due at signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees expert. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 8/31/26.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
When your business is ready for its next move, I'm here to help make it happen. I'm Corey Vandeweghe, Commercial Loan Officer at Midwest Bank on 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Lincoln is full of bold ideas and hardworking business owners, and I'm proud to support the people driving that progress. Whether you're launching something new or investing in growth, I'll work with you to find lending solutions that move your business forward. Swing in anytime. I'd love to hear what you're building. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Building a new home can be a challenge, a lot of big choices. With our Remington homes, we have designed 15 different floor plans that appeal to a wide range of people.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, painted trim, wood floors, more stone, all options with our Remington homes. People do not want to be married to their house payment. You're able to get what you really want in a home for a great price with very limited stress. And that's what Remington homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Iconic summer moments deserve an iconic drink. Reach for Mountain Dew, an American original. From its beginnings in the foothills of Tennessee to your biggest summer yet. The refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew is the perfect companion to your American summer adventures. Enjoy the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Tasting great since 48. Look for Mountain Dew in stores near you at mountaindew.com. That's mountaindew.com.
Hey, Jake, you know what I love almost as much as the Big Red?
Big scores on the field?
Good guess, but nope.
Big spikes on the court?
Love those too, but I'm thinking food. Like those big, budget-friendly portions you find at Buzzard Billy's.
Now you're talking. I love Buzzard Billy's. I love the shrimp po' boys and the blackened chicken.
You almost always find me enjoying gumbo.
Big plays, big scores, big wins, Big Red. Yep, love them all, especially
those big portions that are budget-friendly. Only at Buzzard Billy's, A-Market.
Building a new home can be a challenge, a lot of big choices. With our Remington homes, we have designed 15 different floor plans that appeal to a wide range of people.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself, you have a lot of options. Whether you want granite, painted trim, wood floors, more stone, all options with our Remington homes. People do not want to be married to their house payment. You're able to get what you really want in a home for a great price with very limited stress. And that's what Remington homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Harrison Arons, former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
It's on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll.
Right off the rip, AD. Where did that come from?
You know what, man? I have no idea. that was for Eric if he's listening. That was for Bill and Bennett. That was for Hizzlebear. Hizzlebear got me one time, and I cannot repeat the joke that he got me on, but some of the drivers know, and it was bad. So I'll just come out with a rendition of a song, that, but I was working out, and Harrison, that song was just in my head. I'm like, dude, that's not getting me hyped up, but I'm Okay, you know what? Now I want to know, Harrison. First of all, how you doing this morning, brother?
Well, I'm doing great, AD. Obviously, you're in a very great mood as well. So,
well, I'm wearing the same funky shorts that I worked out in this morning, as I told you, because I thought I was packing the sweats with the top. And no, I have two of the same tops, so I packed two pullovers instead of the shorts. So now I'm just wearing the same ones. But today was just legs. So I don't go crazy on legs because of the surgery, obviously.
Right.
So it's not bad. So if you smell a savory scent here in about 15 minutes, it's just that funk, baby. It's just that funk, that leg funk. You know what I'm saying? The funk, that P funk. Harrison, what's up today, my man?
I'm doing great. We had some day 3 SEC media days. We'll talk about that, get into that. I enjoyed the rain yesterday. What a nice change up. Nice and cool. Wasn't sweating. I got to enjoy it a little bit. So no, I think we're going to get rain like the rest of the week too, or at least it looks like it right now. So I'm doing fantastic. I love the break in the heat there that we got yesterday. Much needed.
You know what, man? We needed this because you better enjoy it today and the next, because guess who's coming back? Mr. Sunshine going like, hey, man, I'm just taking a break, dog. Y'all better enjoy this because I'm coming back with a vengeance. When you look at the forecast in the next couple days coming up, though, brother, it is.
We back in the hundreds or what?
We back. Saturday, 95. Sunday, 99. I got 99 problems, but the heat ain't one yet.
The heat is the problem.
Heat is the problem one. Monday, 101.
Oh, my Lord.
Tuesday, 94. The next 5 days are going to be brutal. Tomorrow, 80, 90% chance rain, not bad. 95 Saturday, it starts heating up again. And, man, we're back Monday where we were a week ago, just 4 days ago, Monday, man. 101. So, but I'm glad we got some rain because if we would have just gone through this spurt, let's say it was just cooler with no rain, we'd really be in some issues, man. But, the rain is definitely cooled things down yesterday. We'll have some more today. So it'll be good to get it going, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's much needed. We'll enjoy the nice little break in the weather there, and we'll try to keep the weather report short here. I feel like we've become a weather station for the first segment, which
we are.
You know what? When it's this hot, it doesn't always hurt to matter. Well, we'll get to a couple texts before we get to SEC Media Days. We got Kansas Randy, of course. He says, getting off early today.
Oh, boy.
To play some nice weather golf today. Let's go in blank Texas, but blank Colorado today as well. So he went 2 for 2. The old extra. Unknown texter, 6883. Rain's good for the yard, but dang, I got a tee time for tomorrow and it ain't looking good. The constant struggle for a yard in golf guy.
Oh, man, brother. Hopefully you get some time to where you can get out there and swing the sticks and get even if a quick 9 in would be nice. Harrison, like you said, we got a great show, man. Appreciate the agenda, brother. I was looking over that this last night and this morning as well. Let me ask you something, man. Are you more excited And text line, let us know, 402-464-5685. Are you more excited for the NFL or college football?
It's been the NFL for me now. The Bears are exciting. For a long time, it was the college football, but I'm ready to go for NFL this year. Yeah. College, I'm more nervous about college football. Like, if you're asking me which one I'm more curious about, that might be college football, but I'm more excited to watch NFL.
The NFL, we know what we're going to get.
Exactly. It's always a good product.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying our team's records are our favorite, but we know the format and what it's going to look like. There's consistency. College football, ain't no telling what's going to go down. It's almost like something is crazy is going to happen, but you want to watch it because it is going to be crazy.
Yeah. But it's also like, we've gotten to a point now where it's almost easier to recognize all the names and guys on NFL teams than it is college, which is a crazy statement itself. That's how much guys are transferring these days. But like an NFL roster almost seems to hold together a little bit better than college teams.
No, that's crazy.
It is crazy, but like just the state of affairs right now that are happening in college football.
Text line, let us know. What are you more excited about? College football or NFL football season coming up? And I was reading yesterday, as we segue here very quickly into the collegiate SEC media days. I was reading last night, Harrison, to where game day may look a lot different, where maybe McAfee and just a guest and someone else.
Yeah, there's a lot of changes. There's always going to have its allure to it because we do have Ohio Huskers as college football all day, every day. Songbird, always college football. I think most fans would stay with college, but I don't know if I saw that one. So what's this game day is going to have McAfee and just one other person?
It may just be McAfee. What they're saying, there's in talks. It may just be him and one other guest or a few others. But I'm thinking, what are we doing?
I mean, are you a McAfee fan? There's no right or wrong answer. I mean, everyone.
I'm indifferent. I mean, I think he's got he's got a good shtick.
Yeah,
if you would.
For
sure. Sometimes over the top for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a traditionalist. But I think he brings some flavor. But I would hate to see the rest of the guys not be on there. I mean, that was Saturday morning. Obviously, Corso, everything passes in time.
Right.
Different. Turn the pages, etc. But not to hear the regular guys on there give it. It would just be. It would. I wouldn't watch it as much probably.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I enjoy the guy, but he's. I like a kind of a just a plethora of opinions on there. It would be very different for me personally.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I like him. I don't not like him. But just all the time, it's kind of where we're at. It could be anybody, but it's just like that's kind of where ESPN's put themselves in, is where they got a few superstars like Stephen A. Smith, Pat McAfee.
Or is it perceived superstars? They're paying them for reasons. They're obviously getting the numbers and the clicks because they wouldn't be paying them if they weren't.
I'll be honest. Like, I got a lot of friends that love McAfee. Like, so I think he definitely has a very big following. So I think for him, like, the money does probably check out because he's got a pretty big fan base.
He's got a huge fan base.
For me, again, it wouldn't matter which guy it is. I just need to see a little bit of change up every now and then. Like, that's what I mean. It doesn't feel like we're down to a whole lot of shows left.
And and I enjoy his show when I usually during the day, like I'm working. I don't got time to be listening to podcasts and all the rest of that stuff during that time. But I do enjoy his guests. I do enjoy his humor. I just, for me, it's not a McAfee thing. I just like variety.
Yeah, that's where I'm
different opinion. I want a panel to discuss, not just one person all the time for something as much as I love his college football, but definitely nothing against him. Hey man, get your money. Get your money.
What would you say the glory days of ESPN were? Like, is there an era? And texters 402-464-5685. Like, whether it's a decade, like, what was the glory? Because for me, it was pretty early 2000s. That's when it was awesome with the classic tickers on the bottom. You'd be going, sitting there before school. It was just religion to wait for the top 10 plays. And then you usually see that about a couple times before you head out the door and meet the school bus. But I want to say it was like probably like 2005 to 2010 for me. Is like, I really remember it in my head.
You know what, man? For me, it was when gosh, my mind has went totally break. Gosh, my mind just went break. There was a number of guys, but for me, number one, it was what Stuart Scott was on there, the late Stuart Scott.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be getting dressed for the office, or, if I was in the gym, I'd be listening to Stuart Scott, or I'd have the TV down in the basement, or something. They'd have it at the gym, and you couldn't wait. Booyah! I mean, he and a number of other guys that were on there, man. It's just not the same for me anymore.
Yeah, Scott Van Pelt's saving
Oh,
it for me.
SVP.
I'm a
man.
big. I've always been
love
an SVP fan.
I can listen now. SVP.
He's my favorite, I think, in the game.
I like SVP.
Yeah, there's just something therapeutic about seeing SVP at the end of the night. Where he's just gonna break it down for you. You've got 59, 70, 79, the 90s, just like Husker football. The more I talk about, I feel like I just missed the golden age. The 90s, everything was just awesome in the 90s. That's my understanding.
You know what, man? It's like people that are older than me that talk about the disco era in the 70s of how it was just carefree and funk, you know, the music, you think about Atomic Dog,
Who?
George. Oh, you ever heard that song? Atomic Dog.
No, it's a crazy name.
Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay bow wow wow. You never heard that song?
No.
Harrison Aarons.
And I think that's all right if I haven't.
No, it's a great song.
Sounds terrible.
No. Harrison, I know you have heard the song Atomic Dog.
I might have, but the way without the instrumentals, that one went over my head.
Text line. I want to hear your thoughts real fast on Harrison. And you know what, Harrison? I give you a lot of grace because quite honestly, I was a kid when that song came out. But Atomic Dog, Harrison, is like it is one of the greatest ever funk songs.
Who wrote it?
George Clinton, not Bill Clinton. George Clinton.
Okay,
you're like Bill Clinton. Wrote Atomic Dog. I did not write that song. And let me tell you this, Harrison, I did not write that song.
I don't the same one that said "Now watch this drive." Or no, I mixed them up.
That's George Bush.
Oh, that's right. That's George Bush.
Harrison, this song is, I can't obviously play on it. You've never heard that song?
No. That sounds terrible. No.
I cannot believe.
I don't know why you're looking at me like that. Like this is outrageous. Born in '99, and I hate saying 80.
Disco Jake, LAD about to start throwing throat punches again. That is blasphemy.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. I'm going to use a different term. He says Harrison is a young kid. We can't expect him to know that. That's way before his time.
You have heard, I know you've heard Snoop Dogg's newer version of it, though. Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Okay, yeah. So he just remade that?
Snoop Dogg, yeah, he basically sampled off of it. Harrison, there are so many songs, and to your point, there are songs, Harrison, that I've heard recently, like in the past couple years, that I didn't realize was sampled from the 60s.
Oh, the sampling tree is crazy.
Yeah.
It just goes from, you can go to every generation, and their favorite song was probably sampled by another song. Like Kanye, old Kanye used to do a ton of that.
A ton of sampling.
He still kind of does, I think, with some music he does. But the old stuff, it's crazy how many old tracks he would find. He'd find stuff from like the 60s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
And resample it.
You remember Tupac, That's Just the Way It Is?
Yeah.
He sampled that.
Yeah.
You know, I can go on and on and on the number of people and number of artists who sample, and I don't blame them. And it's good music, it's good sampling. They've taken some classics and brought it to modern day. But yet, Atomic Dog, man, that is. There's a black fraternity called the Q Dogs. All right, Omega Psi Phi. And they're the dogs. Q. They call them Q Dogs. Some of my former teammates, David White, that played defensive end linebacker, was a Q Dog. Mickey Joseph is a Q Dog. All right, there's a lot of Qs. And Des Moines Adams is an Omega Psi Phi. Keo Craver is an Omega Psi Phi.
And those are Q Dogs.
Yeah, so they have on their arms, they have the Q. There's like it's like an Omega sign on their arms. Mine is Iota Phi Theta. They always tease me because my fraternity is one of the newest ones, came back in '63. So they were like, "Man, you pledged with your founder. Shut up." So, but nevertheless, I did not get a brand because my mom told me, I don't care if you pledge in a fraternity, but don't you ever get a brand. And are
we talking tattoos or brand?
No, we're talking about a brand, bro. Like, you would brand your cattle with.
Are you kidding me?
No, you get branded. You don't. What? Yes. You ever see those guys with the brands on their arms?
I knew it was like a thing in movies. I don't realize people are really doing that.
You're
nonsense.
really getting educated today.
My God.
Harrison, so you look at Shaquille O'Neal. Just type up Shaquille O'Neal brand. Shaquille O'Neal has the Omega sign.
He's got it.
He's an Omega.
Are you kidding me?
Michael Jordan is a Q Dog. He's Omega. Trying to think of some other notorious Omega sci-fis, and they always go because they're the Q dogs, and I don't want to do that because that's part of their fraternity. But it's held very seriously in the black community, man.
That is crazy. Yeah, no, I knew nothing about
So
that.
my mom, historically, now I'm going to go a little serious kind of a history lesson. She didn't want me to get branded because in slavery you were branded, and she goes, "Don't you ever put a brand on your arm." And I'm not knocking anybody else that asked.
Right.
But my mom said, "I do not want you getting a brand on your body." She goes, "We came too far for you to do that again." So I promised her. She didn't say anything about tattoos, and I still don't have a tattoo, but she says, "Don't you put that on your body." She goes, "It would break my heart if you did that." And so I never got branded. There's guys that got brands on their chests.
That's great. You wouldn't have to ask me. Like, obviously, I'm white, so you wouldn't. But like at the same time, are you telling me? Sorry, guys. My mom said I don't have to get branded. Thank you very much.
This is like, don't we do that with the cattle out?
What's this thing where you kept saying it, and I was like, "Oh, we're talking tats." Like, I didn't realize. I know what happens, but I didn't realize it was that popular to the
it's
extent to
huge.
where people were branding.
Oh yeah, you look at Omega Sci-Fi, Iota, Alpha, Phi Alpha. They're the original black fraternity. They're the oldest one. The Sigmas is another one. The Kappa's Alpha Psi. Eric Stokes was a Kappa. Cedric Collins was a Kappa that played here at Nebraska. Troy Dumas was a Kappa. Corey Dixon was a Kappa. And those guys all have diamonds. So the Kappa is the diamond they have.
What is going on, dude? I feel like I just entered a secret society. I'm just getting all sorts of information. Also, it's not part of the frat life whatsoever. So I'm really on the outside looking in. But
and it's military as well. You're exactly right.
Oh, I can see. That's in movies.
Thunder Not
Well,
Collins.
seen
You're
that.
exactly right. Military is pretty big in units as well. But no, man, that's kind of a little history. We went from Atomic Dog, talking about Atomic Dog is kind of the theme song for the Q Dogs. The Q Dogs brands. Harrison was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" Yeah, brands and all the rest of that. Folks, speaking of brands, when we come back, the SEC is talking about theirs, and man, there were some sound bites yesterday. And in fact, this might be the entire show going over these over and over again from different sound bites, different coaches. Saban had some funny stuff. People forgot to turn off their cell phones during pressers. There's a lot to discuss. And history is very intriguing today because, man, it's something that we have not seen since. Folks, it's The Drive. Don't go get branded today. All right? You watch that. Be careful. We'll be back.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
At Planet Fitness, your pace is as personal as your playlist. That's why right now, you can get up to 3 free months of Apple Music when you join for just $1 down. With best-in-class equipment, free fitness training, and a judgment-free environment, we have everything you need to go your speed. Join Planet Fitness for $1 down and get up to 3 free months of Apple Music. No commitment. Deal ends July 31st. Additional fees and restrictions apply. See Home Club for details.
Hey, Jake, you know what I love almost as much as the Big Red?
Big scores on the field?
Good guess, but nope.
Big spikes on the court?
I love those too, but I'm thinking food. Like those big, budget-friendly portions you find at Buzzard Billy's.
Now you're talking. I love Buzzard Billy's. I love the shrimp po' boys and the blackened chicken.
You almost always find me enjoying gumbo.
Big plays, big scores, big wins, Big Red. Yep, love them all, especially
those big portions that are budget-friendly. Only at Buzzard Billy's, A-Market.
When your business is ready for its next move, I'm here to help make it happen. I'm Corey Vandeweghe, Commercial Loan Officer at Midwest Bank on 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Lincoln is full of bold ideas and hardworking business owners, and I'm proud to support the people driving that progress. Whether you're launching something new or investing in growth, I'll work with you to find lending solutions that move your business forward. Swing in anytime. I'd love to hear what you're building. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is quickly approaching, and we need you in the Sea of Red at Memorial Stadium this fall. Single game tickets for all 7 home games start at just $45 and are now available in both end zone and sideline seat locations. These tickets are only available while supplies last, so get yours today before they're gone. To purchase your Husker football single game tickets or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Attention all golfers. If your Sunday is free this upcoming weekend, listen up. The 12th annual charity tournament for Clinic with the Heart takes place on Sunday, July 26th at 8 a.m. at Highlands Golf Course, and spots are available in this four-man scramble. It's $400 per team with lunch included, plus giveaways and a silent auction. Register your foursome by this Friday, July 24th by clicking the link at the top of the McKinney's Irish Pub Facebook page. It's the 12th annual Clinic with the Heart charity tournament, 8 a.m. this Sunday at Highlands. Sponsored by Tipsy Tina's, McKinney's, Off Leash Dog Bar, Gate 25, Salt Mine City, and Michelob Ultra.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Your line just went down. Production stopped. A supervisor wants answers, and someone's digging through a binder for the maintenance history. Every one of those minutes costs money, and most of the time, that breakdown could have been prevented. That's where MaintainX comes in. MaintainX catches the failure before it happens. Preventive maintenance plans on every key asset to improve reliability. Work orders assigned and tracked right from your phone. Everyone from the floor to the front office is in the loop. Real-time dashboards give managers instant visibility into what's been completed, what's overdue, and where the bottlenecks are. No more guesswork. Just a smarter, faster maintenance operation. Companies on MaintainX have cut unplanned downtime by over 30% and save thousands on parts and labor every year. See what it can do for your operation. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com. Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs, quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside's margaritas and old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves. We would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate again. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios at 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Iconic summer moments deserve an iconic drink. Reach for Mountain Dew, an American original. From its beginnings in the foothills of Tennessee to your biggest summer yet. The refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew is the perfect companion to your American summer adventures. Enjoy the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Tasting great since '48. Look for Mountain Dew in stores near you at mountaindew.com. That's mountaindew.com.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Harrison Arens on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we're back on this beautiful Thursday morning. Man, the temperatures are cool. Harrison, there's a lot of action in the SEC, my brother. What do you want to start with? Because there's so much to unpack.
Yeah, there is a lot to unpack there. SEC Media Days, I have a note though. There's a couple guys that felt like they're stealing the show. Felt like a lot of the new coaches. I do think we can kick off with this one. I want to start on DeBoer. DeBoer did not have the best of days, I think, at media days. Some of the statements were not great. Even when he wasn't talking, he was taking shots from guys like Feinbaum. But here's DeBoer.
Did you see Saban looking at him?
I didn't catch Saban's eyes. Was he throwing darts?
No, he was. Yeah, Saban. He was just sitting in the back while he was talking. DeBoer was talking, and I like DeBoer from what I know of DeBoer and from what I've heard about DeBoer. But dude, when you're walking in the shoes, following the path of a legend, it's hard, dude.
Yeah, anything other than the championship is the expectation is the wrong answer. Well, let's talk about the importance of winning a championship. Here is head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Kalen DeBoer.
Kalen, do you think your time at Alabama will be defined by whether you win a national championship?
I certainly know that that's an important part of what's happened in the program. So I wouldn't doubt that if that's the case. I'm not focused on that.
Wrong answer. We'll continue the tape.
I'm focused on just helping our program be the best and trying to bring out the best and raise the level of everyone around me, from coaching staff to our players, trying to maximize what we're capable every single day.
So again, like, I think he's a fine coach. I'm not sitting there that Kalen DeBoer doesn't know what he's doing. It's just that's the pressure of media days. Is that one soundbite sounds brutal when you are, to your point, stepping in the shoes of legend Nick Saban.
Listen, I love DeBoer. Great guy from everything it sounds, from what I've heard too. You are not coaching the Washington Huskies anymore. That answer would have been totally fine. Not in Alabama, buddy. Not in Alabama. Listen, he was criticized for wearing a T-shirt.
Yeah,
a T-shirt.
That's
remember?
Right.
He needs to be
forgot
wearing
about that.
Man, he ain't serious out there, buddy. Buddy, tell that son. Hey, tell him. You tell that SOB to put on a polo and look like he knows what the hell he's doing. Because I'll tell you right now, Nick, Saban would never wear a T-shirt on that sacred sideline there, buddy. The same sideline that Bear Bryant used to prowl all them times back in the 60s and 70s, and we were Row Tide.
Do you got like a side gig that I didn't know about? And that you're just using the ticket to work out new content? Because you're throwing a new impression every day.
Like just working out material.
I think so. Like I'm catching on to his team here.
Why are you always going to Omaha and Des Moines every evening? Hey, but all due serious, Harrison, man, championships are the goal in Alabama. You're not taking over some program that's been on the bottom feeder for decades. You are taking over one of the greatest dynasties in all of college football history. One of the greatest coaches, obviously I'm biased, one of the greatest. You can't deny Saban's not one of the GOATs. That answer is not going to fly in Alabama, man.
Yeah, like it wasn't terrible, but it just that one little soundbite. And I'll play it real quickly again. Again, like I wouldn't even be surprised if he didn't realize what he said at the time. And that's what happens with a lot of these times.
Go ahead.
But this part.
I wouldn't doubt that if that's the case. I'm not focused on that.
Like why say that? It's just like I'm not focused on that. It's not. What do you mean you're not focused on national championships? And I get it, right? He's worked on development. Let's look at the next game ahead here and make sure this team's good. But you can't say that.
Harrison, do you think, in text line, let us know, 402-464-5685. Do you think I'm making too big of a deal of it? Or do you think that was a faux pas on his part? Harrison, they did not hire him to compete. They did not hire him to give him the goat one for the good old try. No, they hired you for national championships, or at least be in the hunt. When you say something like that, whether he meant it or not, well, you did say it. I guarantee you the papers in Tuscaloosa are like, what in the world is he talking about? I can understand, wanting to protect your team, etc. Alabama is about national championships. They did not hire you to compete. They did not hire you to say, hey, we're going to do the best we can. No, they've hired you to say, we are going. Our goal is to win national championships. Harrison, if they didn't, I was talking to Raph about this back in 3 or 4 months ago, and Raph let me know what it looks like down there still. Dude, they have at least 3 or 4 5-star and 4-star quarterbacks on their roster. And we can go down position for position to them, Harrison, where there's 4 stars or above. They have stockpiles of 4 and 5 stars. With that much talent and that much stockpile, no, it's national. That's where your focus is at. Now, if it doesn't happen, it is what it is. But it's not. Compete should be a foregone conclusion.
Well, it's not like you have a lot of leeway from last year. Which again, you won a lot of games, but you should have won a lot of games. But like the pressure is already there. And was it what they have like negative rushing yards versus Indiana in that college football playoff game?
Dog walked in that game out in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, let me pull it up because you know what, I do have it. It was 38-3. If I go by
And some
the
horrible
rushing
play call
stats,
decisions in that game too.
So Alabama on the ground that day they did have 23 yards, but you had in the sacks and they started to trend negative. But I mean, you had Mac had negative. Everybody on their team had negative yards outside of two guys, and they were 13 rushing yards and 17 rushing yards. Game wasn't close. It was 3-38, and then
3-38.
You're just not in a position to really. The Florida State game early in the year was tough. Now they did beat Georgia, but if you're dealing with Alabama, like you almost just have to be perfect, and that's the worst part. Is that last college playoff game you were anything but perfect. You got demolished by Indiana.
That game exposed Alabama from a lot of different reasons. Schematically, I'm not going to say physically. I'm going to say heart-wise because they have the physicality.
Yeah,
let me take that, the physical outfit of it. Now, whether you use that or not is up to you. They just, and I would say this, they've lost some heart because you look at clips, and I ain't talking about old clips. I'm talking about with the last year that Saban was coaching. He would let guys have it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, veins coming out of his head. You see someone, DeBoer, I'm not saying DeBoer has to be like Saban. What I am saying is, though, that mentality he had in Washington is not going to fly in Alabama, man. That old Pac-12 is a lot different than the SEC. You look at Kirby Smart's mentality on the field. He's going absolutely ballistic in practices. And I'm not saying you have to fly off the handle. What I'm simply saying is that laid back, West Side, that's not going to cut it in the SEC. You must come with it. And you're dealing with a different type of athlete as well, to where those guys, where they have that much talent, if you let them coast, most kids, hell, there's a lot of adults that'll coast if you let them coast, let alone 18, 19. Then you throw in the money factor. You got to let these cats know that's not going to cut it here at Alabama. DeBoer, I think before he sees any natties, and you can even hear this from some of the guys. They were saying, hey, man, you even heard this from his own players. It's not me. His own players that played under Saban and DeBoer. He's just more laid back. That's not a badge of honor. Now, I'm not saying you have to be something you're not, but you do have to evolve and understand your surroundings. I can't be the same person I was at Washington as far as coaching style that I have to be at Alabama. I know for me, perfect example, and this is a true story right here, Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
When I speak out on the West Coast, if it's a high school, those students are more just laid back. It's you look at West Coast rap, East Coast rap. That is a true thing. West Coast is just more like, hey, man, yeah, East Coast, yo, kid, what's up, player? What up? I know when I go to the West Coast, they're more reserved a little bit, the students are. Even how they walk is even a little more reserved. I got to come out swinging right away. On the East Coast, I got to match that same energy that they bring because they're coming in hot. You have to do the same thing in coaching. You have to do the same thing. Harrison, a pregame talk is going to be, a pregame radio show when you do pregame is going to be different than postgame, depending on how the game ended up. It's the same thing. You have to read the room. I don't think DeBoer has done a good job at that. I think obviously he's a great guy, but he's going to have to make some adjustments, man, if he's going to take Alabama back to the winning levels they're used to.
Well, and it's tough too, right? Like I think you said at the beginning, I think I said it too. Like I think DeBoer is a good coach, but at the same time, like you got to match the energy of the room. Like you're still following up Saban. I think that's just going up after like a killer comedy act. Yeah. It's like, sweet, I'm next. Like, what do I have in the bag that's going to demand the respect of the audience, or in this case, the respect of the players? And that laid back approach, like Osborne had it, but it's somehow like the players let it, so guys weren't necessarily just comfortable. Like, there's ways to go about it, but for a guy like DeBoer, I think he's a good coach. But when you're walking behind Saban, you almost have to just be flawless. Because again, they had some good wins. That win last year versus Georgia was a big win for them, but it fell short. And also, I do think the rest of college football is starting to catch on. Like Indiana is not just a one and done. It wasn't just a fluke. Like they're going to be year in, year out. And DeBoer certainly learned that lesson. Let's hear Feinbaum. Don't normally agree with Feinbaum all the time, but he did talk about DeBoer not being the guy for Alabama. Here's Feinbaum.
Kalen DeBoer has just made a mess out of a great situation. He's lost 8 games in 2 years, as Stephen A. said. He lost to Florida State last year, which was total trash and should have fired its coach. He lost to Oklahoma at home. Yeah, he won a playoff game. He also was down 17. Oklahoma had a 17-0 lead and completely choked the game away, as Stephen and I both remember because we were talking during the game. But let's not get carried away with DeBoer. He's an excellent coach, but is he the right coach at Alabama? And Stephen A., I think you know the answer.
And Stephen A. Smith goes on a rant about it as well. So I don't have that clip, but they're both not thinking he's the guy.
Well, Harrison, there's a number of reasons why it would not be the reason down there. Because, it's ludicrous that guy is right there. You got to be kidding me. I can only listen to him for so long, too. He cracks me up. And he brings some true things, but he's more of a shock jock to me.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing it back to DeBoer, though.
Did you hear him talk about go off on Feinbaum, though, about the SEC wanting to leave? Okay, we can play that on the others on another segment.
Yeah.
It's again, I don't always agree with Stephen A. Smith either, but in this case, I mean, he goes all the way in.
He goes
basically
nuclear.
saying, "Who do you think you are, SEC?" And it's pretty
I
good.
did not hear that part. I don't think. In fact, I know I didn't.
Okay.
I know I didn't. Here's and there's texters got, and one of the texters got a good point too. Unknown texter 6485. I took that as him not being focused. I took that as him not being focused on his legacy. And I think he was talking about DeBoer there.
Very well could be.
Very well be.
But
Well, could
immediate
be.
is you're kind of leaving it up to the people's subjectiveness. I guess I don't know how the right way to phrase it, but you're leaving it open in the air a little bit. That's why it's almost just better not to say anything other than, yes, of course, the goal is always to win a national championship.
One-eyed Ray AD does a great Italian Stephen A. impersonation.
I was going to say, I didn't want to come at you for it, but about all the impersonations, that one was like Stephen A. Smith. There's something off with him in that one.
I still like the Italian more than the East Coast swing, so I have to work on that one. Nevertheless, you're not Ryan One-eyed Ray. An Italian Stephen A. Smith. It's in Sanderson. I think you bring up a lot of points too with those guys. One clown talking to another clown. It's just noise. And sometimes in Sanderson, I agree with you because sometimes it is just noise. It's like it's clicks. It's just to see what they're talking about. Sometimes they bring up some relevant points, and I'm going to have to say I agree with Feinbaum on this point in that DeBoer was exposed, man.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that game, though. The lack of discipline that was out there, the blown assignments. They are not 35 points worth talent-wise. You look at their roster for roster. There's no way in the world they should have lost by 35 points.
But that was the part that was alarming.
And sure as heck, you shouldn't have lost to Florida State. That team was not good.
I think that's part that alarmed most people. It just didn't look like Alabama. Like, it was hard to see that version of Alabama to where, again, I think Indiana's really good, and I'm not saying that Indiana was just totally dominant, but the willpower was gone. Like, you're not seeing a Saban team ever start laying down. I think that was the first time since I really started diving into college football and Saban took over that I've seen Alabama football just lay down and take the loss.
Harrison, you know what? And I'm going to say this before we go to break because we're going to keep talking about all this stuff all throughout the show before we come back with history. That behavior is either coached or it's tolerated. And that's scary either way.
100%.
It's either coached or it's tolerated. Saban, and you can Google, you can look up, there's clips of him in practice absolutely having a conniption on things that aren't done precise, that aren't done right. And I'm only talking from my experience. Coach Brown, if it was a 10-yard route, it better not be 9.5. It better not be 10.25. It better be 10. And you were going to hear about it. Because how you practice is how you play. And you play how you practice. Alabama's play was an indictment on what that goes on in practice. I ain't even got to watch practice to know what's going on out there. They show it. They show it.
Is he on the hot seat already?
I would say I'm going to
Which
say
is
this.
crazy because he made the college football playoffs last year.
But at Alabama,
that's what
I'm going to say this. If he gets dog walked this year, that seat's going to be hot. I'm not saying they fire him after this year, but I'm saying that seat's going to be hot if they get dog walked. And if they lose some games, i.e. a Florida State that they shouldn't lose, I think he better be in the hunt and go deep in the playoffs for that seat not to be hot, because he's already getting criticized. I'm not saying the seat is hot now by any stretch of the imagination. I am saying this. They performed like they did last year in crucial games. Oh, you rest assured, people, they were pissed off at the guy for wearing a T-shirt in a game that they won.
Okay, I'm looking at they don't have like the toughest schedule out there, but it's gonna be interesting. We never played his clip, but we got Stein out there at Kentucky. That'll be the second game of the year. That'll be interesting for Stein, a guy who's hungry, is already saying the reason that this program will change around is because of me. going up against DeBoer and Alabama Crimson Tide, who have been struggling. There's a lot on the line. See, everything you just said there. I think it would take him to he'd have to lose like 3-4 games. Because again, if Alabama if they fired DeBoer, what's next? You'd have to go into the pool for another new young coach. And he hasn't done that bad of a job. It's really, if you erase the Georgia playoff game, we think about DeBoer a lot differently. This heading into this next season. It really is, I think, just that playoff game.
That playoff game left a black eye.
Because Florida State at the beginning of the year too.
Yeah. We'll have to look at their schedule when we come back. We got a lot more quick history, and we're going to hop right back in SEC football and sound bites. And also, old Mrs. Coach had some interesting comments we'll get into. It's The Drive.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Your line just went down. Production stopped. A supervisor wants answers, and someone's digging through a binder for the maintenance history. Every one of those minutes costs money, and most of the time, that breakdown could have been prevented. That's where MaintainX comes in. MaintainX catches the failure before it happens. Preventive maintenance plans on every key asset to improve reliability. Work orders assigned and tracked right from your phone. Everyone from the floor to the front office is in the loop. Real-time dashboards give managers instant visibility into what's been completed, what's overdue, and where the bottlenecks are. No more guesswork. Just a smarter, faster maintenance operation. Companies on MaintainX have cut unplanned downtime by over 30% and save thousands on parts and labor every year. See what it can do for your operation. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com.
Attention all golfers. If your Sunday is free this upcoming weekend, listen up. The 12th annual charity tournament for Clinic with the Heart takes place on Sunday, July 26th at 8 a.m. at Highlands Golf Course, and spots are available in this 4-man scramble. It's $400 per team with lunch included, plus giveaways and a silent auction. Register your foursome by this Friday, July 24th by clicking the link at the top of the McKinney's Irish Pub Facebook page. It's the 12th annual Clinic with the Heart charity tournament, 8 a.m. this Sunday at Highlands. Sponsored by Tipsy Tina's, McKinney's, Off Leash Dog Bar, Gate 25, Salt Mine City, and Michelob Ultra. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Schwezo Construction, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Build with us. Work safe, go home proud. We're hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back, on and off the job site. If you're ready to be part of a company where your safety and success come first, visit Schwezo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com and apply today. Schwezo Construction, 40 years strong and still building the future.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier, furry friends.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC in Louisville. Koppel is proud to be the highest rated GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln areas based on Google reviews. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months on new Silverado and Sierra 1500 models. But hurry, the 0% financing offer won't last long. Visit us in Louisville or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
Are you looking for a place to host company get-togethers, team meetings, or group events? Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln is the perfect place to host your gathering, with private bays available to meet with clients while you swing the sticks and improve your game. Back Nine Golf offers traditional golf opportunities while also providing fun games and activities available for non-traditional golfers on their top-of-the-line full-swing simulators. Learn about their corporate memberships today and gather your favorite groups together at Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln, just off 14th and Pine Lake Road.
Are you ready to upgrade your equipment? Now's the time at Landmark Implement. Through July, take advantage of limited time interest waiver offers on select late model used sprayers, tractors, and combines. Get 12 months of interest waiver on eligible sprayers, 24 months on eligible 7R, 8R, and 9R tractors, and 36 months on eligible combines. But don't wait, these offers end July 31st. Stop by your local Landmark Implement, give us a call, or browse our inventory online at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Harrison Arens on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back. Big shout out to Jack Russell, well-respected rep with Farm Bureau since 1999. Jack can help protect your home, your vehicle, your family, even your future. It's got 2 locations with amazing people in Lincoln, Orange, Seward. Give them a call today, 402-421-9100, and learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you. Jack, I'm going to give you a call. I want to go golf. I want to golf, but just not on Monday. It's 101 degrees.
Is that the guy that you've been leaving hanging? Which one of our texters? Was it Jack?
Well, it might have been, Jack may have texted in, but he usually texts my phone. But he's like the Stag last Wednesday when we played. I just, it was just way too much going on.
It was a hot week as well.
Yeah, and plus it was going to be like 98 degrees that day. And I'm like, and the tee time was like at 1. And I'm like,
rescheduling doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, I'm like, Jack, I love you, man, but my days of playing in that heat are done.
Well, speaking of playing some golf, though, AD, though, we do got some
Tiger Woods, y'all.
We do got Tiger Woods. I didn't even realize this how young he was. In 2000, when I was 1 year old, at the age of 24, Tiger Woods won the Open Championship at St. Andrews to become the youngest player to complete the career professional Grand Slam in golf. He did that at 24 years old.
24. And you think about this, Harrison, arguably probably one of the greatest fields in golf. The number of players that were playing during that time, it was and Harrison, he wasn't just winning, he was destroying the field by like 8, 9, 10, 11 strokes.
How far was he driving in at like 24 years old?
A long way.
Yeah.
In fact, there's there's always, the people would say, well, the Masters even, lengthened the course because of him. They tried to Tiger Woods it, if you would.
But that true or rumors?
There's all sorts of rumors out there what courses did, so Tiger wouldn't just absolutely just gobble up courses. Because, dude, he would just embarrass him. Ernie Els, still one of my favorite players. Ernie, the South African, he goes, there's just no, I threw everything. There's nothing. He's a phenom. He's a freak.
Oh, the noise it makes. Like, that's always like when he was really, not so much now, but back in the day and like when I was growing up, like when you hear it off the club,
it was ridiculous.
Oh, and as like audio and cameras got better, like you get to see some of that footage. Like it sounds way different. The amount of power that guy had, and then unfortunately all the injuries, and then off the course stuff that happened. But just what an insane stat. At 24, he had that accomplished already. Won a Grand Slam in a professional career.
In 2008, he was going against. He played in the playoffs against Rocco Mediate in the U.S. Open. Torrey Pines. He had a broke leg. A broke leg. He had to make this putt, Harrison, to get into the playoffs, to take it to the next day. I don't know how long the putt was, but it wasn't a close one. drains the putt. You can see the footage of Rocco looking in the locker room at the monitor, and he goes, I knew he's going to make that. I knew he's going to. And he goes on to win on a broken dadgum leg. That was probably, and I could go on and on the number of shots, but that as far as performance, and those who are old enough to remember that, I mean, because it was on a Monday, the next day when they played the playoffs, and he won, in a sudden death hole. But that was just, and then you found out, because he was grimacing after a number of shots that he hit. Guy's leg was broken.
Just what a maniac in the best way.
Yeah,
in terms of that goes.
It was just Tiger Woods in his prime was like seeing, for you, like Mike Tyson in his prime.
I was going to say, you just have to pick like just the dominance of that
Jordan,
you haven't seen
absolutely
before.
Jordan in his prime. You did. I mean, it was destination television when Jordan was playing. It was destination with Tiger on a Sunday, or it didn't matter if it was a Tuesday.
Oh, even when I was getting older and like Tiger wasn't quote unquote in the prime of his life, he was still incredible. Like, it was a huge deal.
It was a draw.
Yeah, anytime Tiger was golfing,
it was a draw.
Oh yeah, and the Sunday Reds and all the traditions. Kansas, Randy's point. Imagine if Tiger was starting with today's technology.
Oh,
my lord, that dude would kill the ball.
It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. One-Eyed Ray. I was 32 in 2000. Oh, man. Todd Husker Biker, before we go to break, good morning to you, brother. If DeBoer loses 3 or 4, Saban loses his mind and leaves his TV gig to unretire and coaches Alabama to 2 more natties. I know he does not like NIL and paying players, but Alabama Steve Peterson, Saban will not let Bama slip into mediocrity. Peterson could not get it done. Saban can. Husker Biker. Husker Biker, I'm going to tell you right now, in light of today's collegiate landscape, I don't say anything's impossible for anybody to come back or go to this school or that school. I would not sleep on it.
Yeah, I mean, Bill Belichick's out there in North Carolina. So
yeah, right?
I got no idea.
Yeah.
it's a different era.
It's a different era, man. Different era. Folks, we'll be back. Got some more SEC soundbites. Just to drive.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your line just went down. Production stopped. A supervisor wants answers, and someone's digging through a binder for the maintenance history. Every one of those minutes costs money, and most of the time, that breakdown could have been prevented. That's where MaintainX comes in. MaintainX catches the failure before it happens. Preventive maintenance plans on every key asset to improve reliability. Work orders assigned and tracked right from your phone. Everyone from the floor to the front office is in the loop. Real-time dashboards give managers instant visibility into what's been completed, what's overdue, and where the bottlenecks are. No more guesswork. Just a smarter, faster maintenance operation. Companies on MaintainX have cut unplanned downtime by over 30% and saved thousands on parts and labor every year. See what it can do for your operation. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier, furry friends.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs, quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside's margaritas and old-fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC in Louisville. Koppel is proud to be the highest rated GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln areas based on Google reviews. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months on new Silverado and Sierra 1500 models. But hurry, the 0% financing offer won't last long. Visit us in Louisville or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Dana Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Dana Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Dana Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
College football season is nearly here, and 93.7 The Ticket is on the scene to get things underway. Tune in Tuesday, July 28th to Thursday, July 30th for coverage from Big Ten Football Media Days at the Hilton Chicago as Derek Pearson, Jake Sorensen, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman interview coaches, players, and broadcasters from around the Big Ten Conference. 93.7 The Ticket's coverage from Big Ten Media Days is sponsored by Warhorse Casino, Sandhills Global, Gary Michael Clothiers, and Ben Blaker of PRG Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
College football season is nearly here, and 93.7 The Ticket is on the scene to get things underway. Tune in Tuesday, July 28th to Thursday, July 30th for coverage from Big Ten Football Media Days at the Hilton Chicago as Derek Pearson, Jake Sorensen, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman interview coaches, players, and broadcasters from around the Big Ten Conference. 93.7 The Ticket's coverage from Big Ten Media Days is sponsored by Warhorse Casino, Sandhills Global, Gary Michael Clothiers, and Ben Blaker of PRG Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate.
At Planet Fitness, your pace is as personal as your playlist. That's why right now, you can get up to 3 free months of Apple Music when you join for just $1 down. With best-in-class equipment, free fitness training, and a judgment-free environment, we have everything you need to go your speed. Join Planet Fitness for $1 down and get up to 3 free months of Apple Music. No commitment. Deal ends July 31st. Additional fees and restrictions apply. See Home Club for details.
Attention all golfers. If your Sunday is free this upcoming weekend, listen up. The 12th annual charity tournament for Clinic with the Heart takes place on Sunday, July 26th at 8 a.m. at Highlands Golf Course, and spots are available in this 4-man scramble. It's $400 per team with lunch included, plus giveaways and a silent auction. Register your foursome by this Friday, July 24th by clicking the link at the top of the McKinney's Irish Pub Facebook page. It's the 12th annual Clinic with the Heart charity tournament, 8 a.m. this Sunday at Highlands. Sponsored by Tipsy Tina's, McKinney's, Off Leash Dog Bar, Gate 25, Salt Mine City, and Michelob Ultra.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Harrison Arons, former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
It's on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back. We are back. We are back. Before we dive in, I'd be remiss if I did not mention the GOAT, Coach Osborne has added another chapter to one of, not just our opinion, it's proven one of the greatest legacies in Nebraska football history. Just on yesterday, Harrison, he was the Nebraska Hall of Fame Commission unanimously voted to induct Coach Osborne, making him the first living person ever inducted into the Nebraska Hall of Fame after the legislature changed state law earlier this year.
I was just going to say, I was like, I felt like that had to have been new, that he was in there already.
Absolutely.
So I was like, I didn't realize they did that. So
Usually
there you go. So
pass.
he's first one to ever be done it while alive.
Coach's like, well, I'm here, Dadgummit. I got 3 natties, national championships, 25 conference titles.
Those guys are just, I think that's another part. I know it's just a quick side tangent, but that made Tom Osborne so great. You ever play somebody, whether it's like pickup basketball or table tennis, and they're just like, hey, nice shot, AD. Like, good job. You'll get me next time. Keep it up.
That's what he told Saban.
When you are, it's exactly what he did to Saban.
Yo.
When you are that good and you are just killing everybody, and you're just like, nice game.
Yo.
That is almost worse than the guy talking your ear off.
Yes.
Like the competitors that are just destroying you,
Right.
and they're doing it with a smile on their face and still helping you up. Like, that's almost more psychologically damaging.
It is.
It's just, again, I think more part of the reason that made Tom Osborne such a legend.
There's some clips bringing it back to the SEC before we hop in. Saban tells a funny story.
Yeah, little brother to him.
Yeah, it won't always be this bad, but you take this shellacking, Saban. It's gonna teach you, humble you a little bit there, bud. Now go Sparty. I actually called off the dogs a little bit on you there. We don't get caught slipping. Don't get it twisted, Saban. We could have hung 100 on you right there in Lansing. All right, so you go on now. Let's hear what Stephen A. Smith has to say.
Okay. We can segue into Stephen A.
You hit those buttons over there, Harrison. Okay, buddy.
Thank you, Mr. Osborne. All right, here's Stephen A. Smith. He's talking about the ridiculousness of the SEC leaving the NCAA.
Everybody sticking their chest out bragging about the SEC need to shut up and sit down, because you don't have a leg to stand on when the last 3 national championships from 3 different schools comes from one specific other conference. Now, it would be different if one came from the Big 12, one came from the SACC, another one came from the Big 10. Then the SEC could have a point. But when the last 3 national champions, Michigan, Ohio State, Indiana, come from the same conference and it ain't the SEC, shut up. Nobody wants to hear it. It's who the hell do you think you are? Talking about, oh, we can have our own league. We can have our own playoff system. We don't need to deal with anybody else outside of our conference where you can't win a championship now. Shut up. Nobody wants to hear that from the SEC. Get out there and compete.
Yeah, a little more.
Kalen DeBoer, get Alabama together. Kirby Smart, remind them of who the hell you are, okay? Lane Kiffin, you got 49, newcomers. 59 newcomers, 43 transfers. What you gonna do? Yeah, we're watching. SEC. Sit down. Just sit down.
I love this part so much.
Yeah, we're watching. SEC. Sit down.
What you gonna do? Yeah. No always agree with Stephen A. Smith, but I enjoyed that one.
Yeah,
I thought he was pretty spot on. Like, what
The
are you
hell
guys?
are you thinking, Harrison? Yeah, sit down. What he's not saying is it's not, he's not lying.
Yeah, there's some swear words in there too.
Yeah,
Shout out to Jake Bachman. He censored them, cleaned it up yesterday.
Bach, thanks a bunch,
Yeah.
man. The whole thing for a while was beep, 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 sit down, beep. What he's saying though is hysterical as he delivered it. It's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's the truth. The SEC, as much as there's a lot of yapping that goes on, hence Paul Feinbaum. The Big Ten has won the past 3. Does that mean they win in 2026? I don't know. No one knows that.
Well, to this point, it's been the Big Ten, the Big Ten, the Big Ten.
Absolutely.
Hasn't even been like, boy, we've all been trading hands here. It's like, no, it's been the Big Ten.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
You guys, didn't just lose, but some of your favorites, your darlings like Alabama, are now starting to get smoked by some of these Big Ten schools, as we pointed out, to that 38-3 blowout. It's a different time for the SEC. And if they truly want to separate, I was listening to DeMornay. I also don't know how that works. Like, the more you think about it, the more you're sitting there, like, how does any of this make sense? Like, do Texas and Oklahoma's contracts with the SEC end on the same date? Do Vanderbilt, like, do all schools' contracts with the SEC conference end on the exact same date? Because, like, how is that going to work? Because all those schools got to be in agreement too. You're on contracts with all these individual schools. So if you decide to jump ship, it just feels like so many lawsuits and waiting. Like, you'd have to have all schools on the exact same page on that, and that seems impossible.
It's never going to happen.
No.
We can look at our political system right now and see that's not going to happen. Regardless of what side of the aisle you are, this is not going to happen, especially where, you're in a for-profit business like this. Harrison, you brought it up yesterday. What other conferences even play them? Absolutely not. Not unless they're all getting an equal piece of the pie. They're not going to allow the Big Ten to get $80 million and you got the SEC at 60 or 70. It wouldn't matter if the Big Ten was at 80 and the SEC was at 79.9 million. They're going to want equal over the board. But you look, every school, as you mentioned, has contracts. They have bowl agreements, NCAA obligations, conference bylaws, grant of rights agreements. Simply announcing it that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
No, you talking about lawyers? We're talking. I spoke at my son's law firm yesterday, Rimbaud Ludke. Man, shout out to them. Big shout out to Timmy Clare, former Board of Regent. His dad was one of our team doctors for years. Passed away just last year. God rest his soul, Dr. Clare. It would be firms, not a firm, firms of lawyers. Can you imagine all of the legalese and the paperwork and documents and bylaws and lawsuits and litigation that would go on with this? Again, TV contracts, bowl contracts, NCAA obligations, conference bylaws, grant of rights agreements. This thing, now, Sankey can say all he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't going nowhere no time soon.
Do you think this is leverage, or are they serious? Because it feels like if they're serious, this is a horrible way to go about it. I don't know. It just seems like you're just kind of throwing it out there when you are so far away from
years.
Yeah.
Years.
And if it's total leverage, it feels silly. Because I don't know how many people are buying it. Like, I'm calling bluff on it. I don't see any real possible way they could do it and stay profitable enough to where it's worth them being in it as opposed to being attached to the NCAA. Like, yeah, they can maybe figure out a way to be competitive and make money, but you're just losing so many aspects to it. I think the individual schools is the tough part. And when you have, what's the SEC got, 16, 17 teams in there?
Something like that.
When you have that many teams in your conference, it's good luck getting everyone on that same page. To your point, every university's got their own set of lawyers.
After you look back and you think about what he said. When you make a bold statement like that, you better have something backing it up. Or you're just saying it to blow everything up to eventually get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So it means I'm just going to I don't care about the collateral damage. I just want this thing busted up and preferably in our favor. And I think about even going back to the board, you look at what Sankey said, we'll get into Ole Miss's coach here quick too. It's like that old Bible passage, let your speech at all times be gracious and seasoned with salt. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you say. Because you know what? Seasoned and gracious. Because you know what? The less you say crazy, the less you got to walk back.
Mm-hmm.
People hated Saban's interviews. They didn't like Coach Osborne's interviews. Cignetti will say some things kind of keep you laughing.
Rules said some things. We just talked about DeBoer saying some things.
Absolutely.
Happens all the time.
If you're careful, even if you want to say, if you got more to say or just more that's brewing, you don't have to say everything.
Well, and also SEC timing.
Yeah.
Like it's again, I'm not going to sit here and say Stephen A. Smith is the best guy, but he is entertaining, and you can certainly give him that.
Entertaining.
He is absolutely right, though. It's like, really? You guys lose the last 3 championships, and now all of a sudden it's the time to break everything?
Be different if
you guys were awfully satisfied all the time, and now you're not winning, and you want to break the whole thing, and everything's a massive problem. Like, this is where the ACC loses a lot of favor. Because the timing of this is just utterly hilarious. Like, NIL's legal, and I get it. There are real problems, real things that any school any conferences would be frustrated with as regards to not knowing how the portal is going to work, waiting for some of these for the Save College Sports Act. Like, you do have things hanging over your head that you don't know how they're going to land and how it's going to impact you. But at the same time, to sit there, kick your feet, and scream about wanting to leave the NCAA when you're not winning all of a sudden is crazy. It's
preposterous.
Ludicrous. It really is.
Preposterous.
It's like, give me a break.
Read
a
few of those, man, on the text line. Big B's got a funny one right there too.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get to some of our. We'll start with Big B. Stephen A. Smith throwing it down as usual. Mic drop, walk away. We got another Stephen A. from 4275. So Stephen A.'s comments make me want to cheer for Oregon to get a natty this year. 4 in a row, 4 different schools. Honestly, I wouldn't mind that either. Let's get to Rubber Duck from LinkedIn. Said the dog will bark, but it ain't gonna bite. They are just talking.
I agree with you. A lot of wolf tickets.
And that is a lot of Saban and Feinbaum talking. It's just a lot of, yeah. And then we got one more. We got, I thought I saw one about Nebraska football here. Thunder says, if Nebraska pulls in Indiana this year and wins the whole damn thing, Feinbaum may grow his hair back and the world will be back to homeostasis. That would be absolutely electric.
There's equilibrium in the force. Impressive.
Oh my. Yeah, that'd just be absolutely incredible. Did you get any of Golding's comments yesterday as we keep tracking down Ole Miss?
Yes, let's play some of those.
I'll get the
he was funny, dude.
That's what I mean. Like, there was
he was funny.
The veterans kind of, man, the new guys stole the show for the most part in a lot of these media days.
Absolutely. And Golding had some great points too. I won't go too far because we might have him on clip, but he had some great points about really everybody's looking. This has been going on since the beginning of the time for 100 years when recruiting.
We talking tampering?
Yes. Yes.
We get that. Let's first do it. I thought this was just a class act. We won't spend a lot of time on it, but he did talk about Lane Kiffin leaving. Here's Pete Golding, Ole Miss head coach now, talking about Lane Kiffin heading down to LSU.
I told an Ole Miss group the other day at 21, I said, all right, in 2021, if you said you could look in 2025 and you're about to be 11-1 and go to the playoff, would you take it if your coach was leaving? They're like, hell yeah. I was like, you would. Everybody won from it. It's okay, Keith. Like, you made a great hire. You did a great job. Every place isn't for everybody. That's coaches, that's players, that's your job, that's everything. And that's okay. And so throughout the process, I'll be the first one to tell you, I told him I was think he was dumb if he was to leave. I wanted him to stay. That was a selfish decision because I love being the DC where I was at, right? But he decided what was better for him.
And he goes on and rambles a little bit more, but it basically says, like, yeah, no hard feelings. But like he does have a great point in there. Like, if I told you guys were going to have 11 wins, be heading to the college football playoffs where your coach is leaving, would you take it? Yeah, of course.
And we would here too.
Oh, yeah, in a heartbeat.
And there's no place, very few that would not say, yeah, we'll take that.
Unless you're Indiana and just want it.
Yeah, exactly. You're or
Ohio State.
Ohio
or
State, or something
like that.
DeBoer
might even be.
True.
Oh my God,
you know what I'm saying?
So depending on what he's looking up for this next year, if he's looking around at his roster and he doesn't have a lot of faith in it, he's looking at the media days like, boy, I stunk that one up too. We'll see how that one plays out. But yeah, I just thought that was pretty good to point out. Lane Kiffin, live criticism. Sometimes he doesn't help himself with the X post on social media, with the Pilates and all that stuff. Like, he's just, he knows how to be a lightning rod, is the way I would put it.
Jay Foreman grew up with Lane.
Yeah, didn't he be ball boys with him? Yeah.
Yeah. So they know Jay knows Lane. Grew up together. Lane, I'm only going to speak about Lane from, there's some buddies of mine that coached with him before. Okay. I applaud Lane because he made some changes regarding booze in his life. He's like, I'm done with that. That did not bring out the best in me.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that after that person makes that change that everything else, doesn't have friction. I mean, you will, but it makes it a lot easier to deal with when that's not such a dominant part of your life. From what I've heard from people, say totally different person post booze. Does that mean he's always going to make the right decisions? No, but he's just quirky though.
Yeah, yes.
He is a quirky dude. I don't fault Lane for the money he's getting. I don't fault him for the plane. Listen, that's LSU's business. I can't get mad at my neighbor, if they're taking a private jet on a family vacation, but my private neighbor's company agreed to pay for that. What business is that of yours? Man, he's using all their money. No, LSU's giving him that money.
Yeah.
That's LSU's power. That's their brass's problem. Hey, man, get the money. But you better win. Now, you got to win at LSU, too.
Mm-hmm.
But, going back to Lane, yeah, I mean, some of his tweets, I'm just kind of like, okay, what's that about? But, dude is just weird. But you know what? There's another W. He also wins.
Yeah, and, we won't go into all of it, but coaches that we've talked about not too long ago have done a lot worse. So, just being a little bit weird on social media is fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, he hasn't, nothing I've seen has ever been over the top. Like I said, that's why you use the term like lightning rod.
Yeah.
Like, you're just going to gravitate towards them. Sometimes good, sometimes you don't care, or a neutral spot. But he finds himself in the national headlines a lot. Let's go back to Ole Miss head coach, though, Pete Golding. Here's the part that you were talking about. He kind of nails this answer to. In my mind, he's talking about recruiting. And he's kind of asked about it a couple of times on recruiting, and tampering comes up. So here's Pete Golding on the morals around recruiting.
We recruit really good players, right? Coach them extremely hard, get them ready to win football games. So we're going to continue to recruit really good players. That's both in the high school market and in the portal market. And we'll continue to do it how we've done it. What have we created? So we've created it on top of representation for these players, right? That it's their responsibility to make sure they get paid really well and they also have opportunities. So by design, it's put a lot of people in bad positions. And let's not act like recruiting in college football for the last 100 years is the most moral thing, right, that's ever been existed. I mean, like, what are we talking about here? So I'm really not going to get into my feelings. I don't know how I've been educated to answer this question, right? Does that make sense? It's where we have a great compliance department, right, and all those type of things.
Great answer, but this is the part, and I'll play it one more time. I think this is what.
And let's not act like recruiting in college football for the last 100 years is the most moral thing, right, that's ever been existed. I mean, like, what are we talking about here?
That's honesty for you, though.
Hey, Pete kept it real. Bottom line, man, listen. In 8 days, the silence period is over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The no contact rule. Harrison, you know as well as I do, maybe not a coach, but somebody has been in touch with some of those athletes that are still on the fence. It's just reality.
Mm-hmm.
And it happens everywhere. A player that already committed to your school reaching out to another school kid that's already committed. Yo, man, hey, dog, this we got cooking.
That's the coach calling me right now.
Really?
They're trying to get me on scholarship. Sorry, coach, can't talk. No, it's a stupid spam caller, I think. But it's crazy. But stuff like that happens nonstop.
He's keeping it real, man. I don't fault the dude for keeping it real. And I know he wasn't going to talk about his own, potential infractions. So, Pete, were you calling players or not? So I mean, but what he's saying, though, man, it happens, and it's happening right now.
Well, it's the amount of ways to communicate today. You can go through social media DMs, whether it's X, whether it's Instagram. You got my threads. We can talk on threads. They won't see it there. If you get a burner phone, here's a minute phone. They can there's a million ways.
You're speaking as if you know something about these burner phones.
Well, it's just, we say it all the time. Nothing. We have some rules around it, but all we've done is just kind of go back to guys work back underneath the table.
There's ways to circumvent.
Yeah, NAL, if you got certain limits, the extra amount that we can't supposedly give you goes under the table, whether it's, in cars and assets, whatever it may be. Same thing for recruiting. Hey, talking period's over, but we're going to have you talk through this window or talk to this guy. It just happens all the time, and that's where this part's frustrating, and that's where it is refreshing to get a guy like Pete Golding who's sitting there and says, what are we talking about? Yeah. Like, this thing hasn't been clean in the past, since it's really its origin, since the past 100 years.
Absolutely.
And he's absolutely right. I mean, this is every year we go through this.
We go through it every year, and it was refreshing to hear him just be real about it, man.
Yeah,
it was refreshing to hear him be real about it. I know we got a lot more clips.
Yeah, we got a few more we can get to. We'll do it on the other side, but we still got a few more on SEC Media Day, so we can do that. We'll get to your guys' comments as well, all right here on The Drive. So don't go anywhere at 93.7 The Ticket. Harrison Arns, AD. We'll talk to you guys in just a little bit.
College football season is nearly here, and 93.7 The Ticket is on the scene to get things underway. Tune in Tuesday, July 28th to Thursday, July 30th for coverage from Big Ten Football Media Days at the Hilton Chicago as Derek Pearson, Jake Sorensen, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman interview coaches, players, and broadcasters from around the Big Ten Conference. 93.7 The Ticket's coverage from Big Ten Media Days is sponsored by Warhorse Casino, Sandhills Global, Gary Michael Clothiers, and Ben Blaker of PRG Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate.
At Planet Fitness, your pace is as personal as your playlist. That's why right now, you can get up to 3 free months of Apple Music when you join for just $1 down. With best-in-class equipment, free fitness training, and a judgment-free environment, we have everything you need to go your speed. Join Planet Fitness for $1 down and get up to 3 free months of Apple Music. No commitment. Deal ends July 31st. Additional fees and restrictions apply. See Home Club for details.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Lights out? Let LES know where to go. With Powerline, your phone number is matched to your service address, so outages can be restored faster. Keep your information up to date at les.com/powerline.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Join Old School from 3 to 6 p.m. on Monday, July 27th from the U-Stop just north of Warhorse Casino for a special remote broadcast. Nebraska football's Luke Lindenmeyer will be there for pictures and autographs from 3 till 4:30, and U-Stop is having the Corvette Club bring their red Corvettes down as well. Plus, there will be a raffle for a Dr. Pepper tailgate, a signed Luke Lindenmeyer Dr. Pepper mini helmet and football, and other free Dr. Pepper merch will be handed out. That's all Monday, July 27th from 3 till 6 p.m. at the U-Stop by Warhorse Casino off of West Denton Road. Guys, if you're dealing with low back pain or trouble urinating, don't just live with it. These could be signs of treatable conditions. At Advanced Medical Imaging, their interventional radiologists specialize in minimally invasive procedures designed to relieve symptoms and improve your quality of life without major surgery. June is Men's Health Month. Take the step. Call Advanced Medical Imaging today to schedule a consult and find out what AMI can do for you.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels and Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels and Joe. Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Harrison Aris on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in.
I have no idea who this person is. Wrong number.
Well, all the way to the end of that intro track. Let's make sure none of that got on air. Welcome back to The Drive. 93.7 Ticket. You guys are welcome to join in. 402-464-5685. We'll get to some more of the comments here real quickly. We'll get to... Let's see, we had Collins chimed in here. He says, I have to be real. If the powers that be said we're going after Kiffin to be the new head Husker, I would 100% be all in. I will watch him everywhere he goes. He definitely has that. And Ed Orgeron, your guy. Well, Ed Orgeron, you're sitting right here. You could tell us you're big on his recruiting. He also talked about that at the SEC Media Days, that Ed Orgeron seems to be pretty impressed with Lane Kiffin's ability to kind of recruit and navigate around the NIL world.
All due seriousness, man. If Coach O, just put it that way, if he walks in your living room, you're still starstruck.
Yeah, for sure.
Bottom line, you're still starstruck when he walks in. The guy has moxie, likability factor out of the freaking roof, and he's Ed. You know, I mean, that's a huge asset. Lane, as quirky as he is, dude is strategic, man. You bring back, and it shows you a lot about Lane. I'm not intimidated by this guy. No, he brings something I don't. This is his state. You know, why wouldn't I bring this? And plus, they were together back at the, they both coached at USC. I don't know if they're at the same time. I think he was there at the same time. He might have been there. I could be wrong on that.
I'd have to double check.
I think you're right.
That.
I'd have to double check, but they both coached at USC. So anyway, to your point.
Yeah, just incredible. So I'm not saying I want to kick Matt Rule out here, but Lane Kiffin, if he was coming to your school, just part of you, I think, would hold out hope that this guy's going to get the job done. Now, let's get to some more coaches, though. We talked about Golding. He was great at Media Days in terms of just sound bites. Let's get to Florida Summerall. He had some interesting ones. Here's him, and he did talk about he thought there was 3 leagues growing up. Here's head coach for the Gators.
And as a kid growing up, there were 3 conferences in football in my mind. There was the NFC, the AFC, and the SEC. That's all I knew.
He's pretty spot on there in terms of he's just very diehard trying to sell his program. And we don't have a ton else on him. The one part that was kind of funny, again, I think he just had more bites out here. I thought I had it cut somewhere. There was a phone that was going off, and he threatened to throw the podium. While I try to dig up this clip because I'm not trying to find it right now. What were your thoughts? Oh, here we go. Sorry, I did find it eventually here. So here's a phone going off, and here's Summerall's reaction to one of the media members' phone.
Things were going to unfold, and you would be kicked out of our team meeting. I swear. You're lucky I'm not going to throw this freaking podium right now. It drives me crazy. I would say, who is that? But I'm not going to embarrass anybody.
That's pretty much all there was to it. As far as the schematics, X and O's, I didn't get anything too juicy out of there. That's pretty much all of the people that really caught my eye. And now we have day 4. I am excited to hear about the Longhorns. I've been waiting for them. Our guy Rudy's probably going to have a lot later, and I'm sure in the afternoon shows he'll talk about it as well. But what stuck out to you so far with SEC Media Days? There wasn't a whole lot of talk on the Save College Sports Act. There were some murmurs of it, but I didn't really see anybody expanding on that.
You know, Summerall is going to be interesting because, you look at talking, obviously Florida's new head coach now. Last year he guided obviously Tulane, the Green Wave, to the college football playoffs.
Another young coach.
A very young coach. Didn't have a lot coming back, only 43 years old, but he's going to find out Tulane is night and day compared to Gainesville.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally feel with Florida, he better have that thing humming in about 2 to 3 years. It's going to have to be humming.
It's a pressure cooker. That's one of those goals you can't afford a mediocrity for very long.
Gainesville, and they are not going to tolerate it.
I don't know. Nick Saban jokes about it too. Like, if you don't get your blank together, I'm gonna let you know.
Absolutely.
Because I'm a semi-Gator now.
And he goes, since I'm a resident of Florida
exactly.
now. In his comments, jokingly, but also, obviously there's also probably a hint of like, I'm not joking mentality part of it.
Oh, for sure.
You're 43 years old. You got a great coaching pedigree. Obviously took Tulane without, who doesn't have close to the resources that a Florida has. The lineage, the history, the championships, Urban Meyer, the success that he had there. Of course, the all-ball coach, the success he had there. Others that did decent, but decent does not cut it in Gainesville. It does not cut it. So I'm glad he has some levity and some laughter now, because in about 3 weeks, whenever it is, they start practice. The honeymoon is going to be over pretty quick. The honeymoon is going to be over quick because they're expecting winning. I'm looking at their schedule right now. They open up. A schedule they should take care of business. Florida Atlantic is their first game. They got Campbell. They should take care of Campbell. But then look at this. In September, after the Campbell the game, they got at Auburn versus Ole Miss, at Missouri versus South Carolina. South Carolina at home, Texas, Georgia, Oklahoma, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Florida. Listen,
that's a stretch.
That's his schedule this year. That is not going to be any messing around. So I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to get tried to the fire very quickly. Florida Atlantic, they should obviously take care of them, but you better not sleep on them because it is, in the same state. Campbell, that should, physically overwhelm them. But Auburn, Ole Miss, Missouri, South Carolina, Texas, Georgia, Oklahoma, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Florida State. He's going to be baptized by fire pretty quick.
Him and a lot of coaches. If there's any of the coaches that we just talked about, whether it's Golding, whether it's Summerall, whether it's who was the other coach that we talked about? You can even throw Lane Kiffin in the mix first time down there at LSU. Like, is there any of the coaches that you feel pretty good about? Like, this guy's gonna kick things off and it's gonna actually work out smooth sooner than later? Because I like Summerall, but I feel nervous about him in Florida, especially with everything you just gave me.
I think he's going to.
Golding feels the most.
He's going to feel
like walking into a really great situation.
Here's why I think they'll give him a little bit of grace, and I say little meaning little, because they hate Lane so bad right now.
Yeah,
sometimes
even the players.
Yeah.
So like he's walking into a room that's already kind of and then some of them, right? Obviously, it's a little bit subjective, but he doesn't really likely have to win a lot of the players over in terms of convincing them that you're the right guy after Kiffin, because a lot of them probably moved on from Kiffin as soon as they realized.
And plus, they already knew him.
Yeah.
He was there at their DC, so it wasn't like it was.
They had some great success.
They had great success. So I think those guys are going to play with a little bit of edge anyway. Just saying, hey, and they actually took offense to it, just saying, oh, so now our coach is gone. You don't think we're any good? Watch this. I think they're going to have a kind of a watch this mentality. Whether that equates to wins, I don't know, but I think they're going to have a chip on their shoulder. You look at Lane, though. First game, no, it's not Louisiana Tech of the blind. Clemson. Then you got La Tech. Then you got Ole Miss. You got A&M. You get a break.
Oh, that's right. You get that Ole Miss quick.
Yes.
I forgot that was the third game of the year.
That game is game number 3, September 19th, and you better believe 6:30 p.m. And that is, guess where? In Oxford. In Oxford. The security, and they've already talking about this. So does that make me just drumming something up? The security he's going to have, he might have to fly in on a helicopter right before kickoff, man. Because
honestly,
it's a trip. Then they got A&M on the 26th of September. McNeese, a game they should take care of.
Yeah.
But then they got Kentucky, Mississippi State, Auburn, Alabama, Texas, Tennessee, Arkansas. Lane is going to be baptized. Game 1, Dabo.
That is a tough schedule. Man, I'll tell you what, I'm getting excited just thinking about game 3 versus Ole Miss. We're getting close to college football.
I'm going to tell you what, it'd probably be a good idea if I went in first.
You maybe we're gonna take the PJ. You take the PJ and we're gonna have that thing touchdown about 5 minutes before kickoff. And I'll make sure everything is cool first because Lane, they don't like you here. I don't know if you knew that or not. They're not very fond of you. They kind of fond of me though, because I have a good time with you right there. Even after the game, I'll meet you at the tavern and knock back a few. We had some gumbo, but you stayed right on that plane, didn't Lambo? He better let Edo come out first.
Yeah, he should.
Because it's going to be rough for Lane. If anyone can do this, but you know what, though? Lane thrives on this stuff, though.
Mm-hmm.
He loves chaos. He loves it.
He does enjoy the chaos.
He enjoys it.
He thrives in those types.
He's one of those guys that there's a fire that starts out that he started. How'd that happen? But I love it.
Yeah.
He thrives in it, man.
I'm it's crazy. I am optimistic. I think he's going to have LSU for everything we just talked about. And if we got Ed Orgeron in here, he would agree with me. I do think that combination is going to be an incredible combination between those two together. Before we get to the other side, I do want to quickly hit on this. I sent you a thing yesterday. The LeBron clock. People are getting upset.
He's getting upset.
So this came from Bleacher Report, and it was according to sources out of Bleacher Report. But apparently, LeBron's camp is not happy with the NBA and Adam Silver for trying to put pressure on his decision. And then there is also, this one came a couple of days ago. You also had Rich Paul go out there and he says there is no rush on LeBron James's decision. He says, quote, "We're not going to be rushed." Paul said on the latest podcast episode, Game Over with Max Kellerman and Rich Paul, said, "We're not going to be rushed. It's his choice to make. And when we make this choice, he'll make it." He continued to go on. There's been several people to call and say, "Hey, Rich, is there anything more we should be doing? We could be doing?" And my answer is no, we don't need you to go above and beyond about anything. We understand. It's clear. All the messages have been sent. Man, they are just running the show right now.
You know what, man?
And Rich Paul's a great agent. I know I'm saying that like kind of tongue in cheek. He said he knows he's got him. So he doesn't have to give him any leverage.
This falls strictly on Adam Silver.
Yeah, why'd you make those comments in the first place?
That word keeps coming back up timelessly throughout this, number of times throughout this show. Even if you're thinking that with your cohorts, etc., you don't say that to the media. We're just waiting on LeBron. What? Dude, we're talking about the doggone NBA.
Yeah, and for everyone who missed yesterday's conversation, essentially talking about the scheduling and releasing dates and stuff. And it's like, we're waiting for LeBron, not verbatim, but paraphrasing there was the answer. And you could probably avoid telling your fan base that we're waiting on one player to decide some of this stuff.
Did not make any sense whatsoever. I'm like, Adam, come on, man. You already got a league that's softer than butter, and then you're going to make a comment like that. It's like, dude, you're looking like a doggone rubber stamp commissioner right now. You're going to predicate the entire NBA schedule, all 32 teams, based on what individual going to do. And I'm not a LeBron hater, but I'm thinking you don't base it off anybody like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was mind blowing to me. I'm just like, Adam, come on, bro.
Well, yeah, I think you nailed it. It's like you're kind of being treated like a rubber stamp.
Yep.
Like you're waiting for LeBron James to rubber stamp your scheduling.
There was an old cartoon, and I forget the name of it. It was Looney Tunes, but there was this big bulldog, and there's this little tiny dog. And the big dog's name was Spike. And this little dog just kept going, hey, Spike, what are you going to do today? Huh, Spike, what are we going to do today? What are you going to do today? And Spike would just slap him with his paw and say, yeah, shut up. Smack the smoke out of the little dog. It's okay, Spike. It's all right, Spike. Well, the little dog is Adam Silver right now. And the big dog is LeBron James saying, hey, shut up.
Well, let's get to a little bit more and just talk about what feels like the ultimate leverage in their pockets. This was more on Rich Paul further in that podcast that he was on. He says, quote, this part makes me smile a little bit. "I think it's important for people to understand we're not making this about attention and a spectacle. It's not about a decision or anything like that. He has a choice to make. He has a business choice to make. We're not going to sit here and decide or allow someone else to decide when he makes that decision. It's a business choice that he's making. And I think as an athlete, why is it that an athlete has to rush his choice? Well, because he has the pick of the litter. I mean, I get it. You don't have to rush. But at this point, we're not rushing anything. You've had a long time to think about it. Like, it's not a spectacle. It's not a decision. Then what is it? Like at Rich Paul, he's great at his job. There's a reason he's making a ton of money. He's so well connected, and he could say those things because he does. He's got them in the hands of his palm.
And then by him making a statement like that, talking about Adam Silver, it was just galvanized. They have all the cards in their hands.
Yeah.
LeBron's golfing. doing workouts,
Mm-hmm.
hanging out with Kevin Hart.
He's made a decision.
I
I'm
think
sure.
we're good. Yeah, absolutely.
Just a matter of time when they want to let us know who that is. How many more days do you think? You got an over/under? I'm going to give it like, if we don't find out by Friday, I'm going to be surprised. I'm going to give it till tomorrow.
I think it goes into next week.
If we're talking about this on Monday, I'm going to be a little pissed. I'm waiting for the decision. All right, don't go anywhere. Last segment of the drive coming up next.
Hey, Jake, you know what I love almost as much as the Big Red?
Big scores on the field?
Good guess, but nope.
Big spikes on the court?
Love those too, but I'm thinking food. Like those big, budget-friendly portions you find at Buzzard Billy's.
Now you're talking. I love Buzzard Billy's. I love the shrimp po' boys and the blackened chicken.
You almost always find me enjoying gumbo.
Big plays, big scores, big wins, Big Red. Yep, love them all, especially
those big portions that are budget-friendly. Only at Buzzard Billy's, A-Market.
At Planet Fitness, your pace is as personal as your playlist. That's why right now, you can get up to 3 free months of Apple Music when you join for just $1 down. With best-in-class equipment, free fitness training, and a judgment-free environment, we have everything you need to go your speed. Join Planet Fitness for $1 down and get up to 3 free months of Apple Music. No commitment. Deal ends July 31st. Additional fees and restrictions apply. See Home Club for details.
Join Old School from 3 to 6 p.m. on Monday, July 27th from the U-Stop just north of Warhorse Casino for a special remote broadcast. Nebraska football's Luke Lindenmeyer will be there for pictures and autographs from 3 till 4:30, and U-Stop is having the Corvette Club bring their red Corvettes down as well. Plus, there will be a raffle for a Dr. Pepper tailgate, a signed Luke Lindenmeyer Dr. Pepper mini helmet and football, and other free Dr. Pepper merch will be handed out. That's all Monday, July 27th from 3 till 6 p.m. at the U-Stop by Warhorse Casino off of West Denton Road.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Lights out? Let LES know where to go. With Powerline, your phone number is matched to your service address, so outages can be restored faster. Keep your information up to date at les.com/powerline.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Guys, if you're dealing with low back pain or trouble urinating, don't just live with it. These could be signs of treatable conditions. At Advanced Medical Imaging, their interventional radiologists specialize in minimally invasive procedures designed to relieve symptoms and improve your quality of life without major surgery. June is Men's Health Month. Take the step. Call Advanced Medical Imaging today to schedule a consult and find out what AMI can do for you.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they're committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perchmerch.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
College football season is nearly here, and 93.7 The Ticket is on the scene to get things underway. Tune in Tuesday, July 28th to Thursday, July 30th for coverage from Big Ten Football Media Days at the Hilton Chicago as Derek Pearson, Jake Sorensen, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman interview coaches, players, and broadcasters from around the Big Ten Conference. 93.7 The Ticket's coverage from Big Ten Media Days is sponsored by Warhorse Casino, Sandhills Global, Gary Michael Clothiers, and Ben Bleicher of PRG Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate. Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Harrison Arens on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Stephen A. Smith, Ole Miss, Florida, Paul Feinbaum. He can hear us. You know that, don't you? Paul Feinbaum.
Mr. Feinbaum can? Hey, you can hear everyone. You can hear a mouse at night.
I heard that. Oh, can you read what did Big Halls have to say? Man?
Oh, yeah, let's get some more texters before we say goodbye to everyone. He says, morning, guys. I have not watched one single game with LeBron. In my opinion, he is overrated. He is overrated and overhyped. You're not the only one with that opinion there, Haas. We got Starkey and Ben. That one was back to college football in there. Well, if you guys got any more, we'll get the 80s attitude adjustment. But if you want to get anything in there more, we can slide it in at the end. 402-464-5685. But AD, it is a Thursday, July 23rd. I had to double check what day it was. What is your attitude adjustment?
Attitude adjustment today on this Throttle Up Thursday, folks. Every time I'm in an airport or an airplane, I think about the Wright brothers, the endless, countless number of failures they had in trying to make humans take flight. They were laughed at. They were criticized. They were ridiculed. They were dogged. They were the media wouldn't even cover them. They're like, you guys are crazy. Man can't take flight. But they kept working. Mm-hmm. They kept working. They kept working. They kept working. Folks, I'm going to say this. If you've got something you want to do, and regardless of what it may be, don't worry about the jeers from the sidelines. Notice where it's come from. It usually comes from the folks that aren't doing much anyway. Go do it. In fact, folks, if no one's criticizing towards doing something, it's probably not that much. So be willing to say, you know what, regardless of the criticism, the jeers, if you've taken educated steps and you've got the wisdom and the insight and help, man, go for that thing. Because you know what? None of those folks are going to be beside of your bedside. You know what's going to be beside your bedside? All the ghosts of things you probably should have done. You want to minimize those as much as you can, folks. Go take the chance. It's been a great Thursday with you, folks. Stay tuned to One-on-One with DP. Don't move that dial. We'll be back tomorrow.
Perch Merch is your one-stop